The term metaverse refers to a virtual world or a collective virtual shared place created by computer technology and populated by avatars or virtual creatures. It is a concept that has become more well-known in recent years as more immersive virtual environments have emerged. The concept behind the metaverse is that it is a setting where people can interact with virtual items and other people in a way comparable to the actual world. And the Shiba Inu metaverse will be attempting to capture all this. On 15th of March, Shiba Inu announced the opening of the Shiba.io website, which is the portal for its metaverse. The launch came after months of planning and selling metaverse territories. Following the launch of the new site, the SHIB community welcomed another platform that may provide utility to the SHIB token. The Shiba Metaverse's functionality could be added to the Shibarium testnet, which was recently released. We chose to ask our AI friend ChatGPT its opinion about the metaverse in light of its increasing popularity and Shiba's introduction of its version. It produced some intriguing results. What would the ideal metaverse look like? That was the first query we posed to the AI. The main characteristics of the ideal metaverse were outlined by ChatGPT, but it was also quick to acknowledge that several things may affect it. Regardless of its design or purpose, ChatGPT specified 7 characteristics that an ideal metaverse should contain, which were helpful. Accessibility, interoperability, immersiveness, creativity, and innovation are just a few characteristics ChatGPT listed as desirable in a metaverse. One would potentially be inclined to concur that these are truly fundamental based on the list the AI produced. And their ChatGPT quickly pointed out its limitations and learned enough about the Shiba metaverse when responding to this query. Now, by this time, are we all with ChatGPT and especially information about the Shiba metaverse is available. And yet it was able to respond that it has a welcoming environment and scored highly on creativity and innovation. Even so, it remains unclear about its accessibility and improving interoperability. And AI can make user experiences more realistic and compelling because the metaverse is essentially a digital ecosystem replicating the actual world. Making more perceptive and intelligent virtual assistants is that one potential use of assistance of AI in the metaverse. These assistants could make it simpler and more effective for users to move about the metaverse. Additionally, it can aid to discover information and communicate with others. Additionally, AI can also be utilized to develop more complex and convincing virtual characters, heightening the metaverse's immersion and realism. By integrating machine learning and natural language processing, these characters may engage with consumers more naturally and intuitively. A more seamless and engaging experience may be produced through this, furthermore automating numerous jobs and procedures such as moderation, content generation, and customer assistance are more potential applications of AI in the metaverse. The effort of human moderators and authors might be lessened as a result, and the overall caliber and consistency of the content in the metaverse might also be improved. Within the Shibaverse ecosystem, the SHIB token may be useful for several purposes, including payment, governance, staking, and community involvement. And as of this writing, on a 4-hour time frame, SHIB appeared to be experiencing a tug-of-war between sellers and buyers. It lost less than 1% of its value within the last 24 hours and was exchanging hands at $0.77 to $7.07. Moreover, the position of its relative strength index at 49.37 suggested that the token was undervalued. To delve deeper, I presented ChatGPT with specific metrics, including the current SHIB price and the relative strength index. Despite the added information, the language model could still not to produce a precise projection for future SHIB prices. However, it did provide a short-term forecast based on the relative strength index. What does ChatGPT think about where Shiba Inu's price is going? Well, that's a tricky cue, and especially since there are a bunch of cues the AI will not answer. For instance, I've got my Soliday, for instance, it cannot forecast future outcomes of sporting events or political competitions. It will not engage in discussions related to biased political matters. It won't perform any task that requires a web search. That's not all. To better understand the scope of what all the AI can answer, we asked, what types of queries are you programmed not to respond to? It came up with assuredness, and it doesn't mean ChatGPT is entirely useless as far as price predictions are concerned, however. To remedy the aforementioned response, we asked the AI to predict the same again. This time by pretending to be a movie script character, and this is what the AI came up with. When this inquiry was hurled at ChatGPT, it could not provide a definitive response, even in its liberated state. This is not surprising, as predicting any price fluctuation requires a significant historical data to initiate the process. Nevertheless, in its reply, while not pinpointing a precise figure, it acknowledged that SHIB has the potential to soar in the days ahead. This assertion was founded based on Master, the cryptocurrency's market capitalization surge in the past. On the surface, ChatGPT's analysis of the Shiba Inu metaverse revealed several intriguing findings. Therefore, one can speculate how thorough the evaluation may be if the AI were given the entirety of the Shibaverse's source code. Furthermore, it is becoming increasingly obvious how AI and cryptocurrency are intertwined. Yet, it still needs to be determined what influence this might have.